How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. So, anyway, getting right into it, I really want to talk about why I absolutely do not believe Who's Who is in Impel Down. One, I think it's a bad idea for the government to do that. Or at least would have been. I mean, either way, no matter where he was, he got out. But one, not the greatest idea. Two, not the safest idea. And three, well, let's just get right into this. So, number one, if you are the world government and you have a super secretive government operative who does all of your hands-on dirty work for you, do you really want to put him in jail in Gen Pop? You don't want to put him in general population. No, you do not. Because you lock him up with all the regular name criminals. What's to stop him from just spouting off? I mean, he's probably going to hold a grudge against you for locking him up after doing all of your dirty work. So, what stops him from going, hey guys, hey, you guys want to hear all the government's dirty secrets? I got first-hand experience. That's just, and while yes, you can say, what, he's just telling it to other criminals that'll never see the light of day again. Yeah, you can take it that way, but we have hindsight to work with. Don't forget, hindsight is 20/20. What happened pre-time skip? A bunch of those criminals that could have been told that information from a first-hand account, they got out. Yeah, Impel Down's real secure, but we all know, not impossible to get out. So, if they put him in Impel Down, and he was just spouting off all this stuff to all these people, then the prison break happens. Say 20, 30 of the people that he told all this stuff to while they were down there in the jail cells ends up getting out. That's 30 more people that know a lot of dirty secrets about the government. They're just out there now. So that's one thing you don't really need to and don't really want to risk happening. Yes, it is a very small risk, but it's still an unnecessary risk. Why not take somebody like a CP9 member that you want to lock up, take them upstairs? Everybody thinks hell's down there in Impel Down. Everybody stops and forgets that there's some pretty hellish stuff going on up top in the Holy Land too. Now, another thing to back this up, the government was extremely angry with Who's Who for losing that fruit. We know from the most recent chapter Who's Who underwent a lot of torture. We also know Who's Who was surrounded by slaves, and he was told a story by a guard about a sun god that was supposed to come down and save the slaves. The people at Impel Down are prisoners, not slaves. The people in Marijois in the Holy Land are slaves. It's much more likely that the government wanted to, well, torture Who's Who themselves. Remember, nobody in Impel Down cares or even knows about Who's Who's assignment for getting the Gumu Gumu no Mi. People in the government, up in Marijois, they know all about it. They were the ones who were angry that he lost it. Now, depending how big this goes, was it Emu, whatever you want to call him? Her, him, whoever they are, they. Were they the ones who wanted the Gumu Gumu no Mi? They are the king of the entire world, the sole person at the very top. Who's Who loses the fruit that they want? I have a feeling that, considering all the celestial dragons and everybody are pretty sadistic, at least most of them, I feel like Eam might be a little sadistic too. You think Eam wouldn't want to get a little bit of revenge on Who's Who for losing his fruit? Personally? Up in Marijois? He doesn't have to approach Who's Who while he's locked up as the king. He can put on a guard outfit and walk down there and be like, well, time for your daily beating. Get up. Hey, to me, this all makes a lot more sense than being like, well, he lost the fruit that we wanted. We are so angry about it that we're going to lock him up. So, you know what? Just send him to Impel Down. No. You all know, we all know, how the world government works in One Piece. They're messed up. I guarantee he lost that fruit and they said, no, bring him up here. we're going to deal with this ourselves. And also, like I said, it's much safer and much more probable that he will not spill information to random other people if you take him up to Marijois, put him in a dungeon, lock him away with all the other slaves that are never going to get down. Granted, yeah, also the stuff with Fisher Tiger happened. We know about that as well. So, yeah, both sides. People have escaped from both the Holy Land and Impel Down. Who's who escaped? But yeah, with the whole slaves thing going on, Impel Down's prisoners, Marijois is slaves, and also prisoners, but they're used for slave labor. I think when you put all of this together and think about the fact that the government itself was mad at Who's Who, like personally, for losing the fruit that they wanted, it's much, much more likely they took him up to the Holy Land to deal with him themselves rather than just saying, oh, go ahead, just take him to Impel Down. I'm sure the guards there will, deal with him fine. Also, another thing, the guards routinely coming around to, torture him and stuff, that's not as much of an Impel Down thing. It kind of is, but Impel Down is more of a torture being in Impel Down. In Marijois, you have to torture the slaves yourself. Yeah, a person has to do it. It's not so unbearable living conditions in Marijois, because that's where also the Celestial Dragons live. Probably a pretty comfortable place to be, so they have to personally make it uncomfortable. So, with all this being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is something I really wanted to talk about because I really 100% really believe that he was taken up to Marijois, to the Holy Land, put in a dungeon up there, tortured by the government specifically, rather than just being thrown in Impel Down and letting them do their normal thing with him. I think he got the extra special treatment because he made the government angry specifically at him. So, with that being said, like I said, I think I already said that once, but I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment. If you're still here, you're a real one, and I appreciate it. I'm out.